Hey everyone, Tech Gamer here. I recently had the pleasure of playing the 2021 remake of the Oregon Trail. Now this remake was created by a company called Gameloft and is available as part of the Apple Arcade subscription service. So let's break it down and get to it. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put up some gameplay footage here. So I went into this game with the initial expectation that this would just be a lame remake with microtransactions, a poor plot, crappy graphics, and I would quit in 5 minutes. I didn't know anything about this game before I started playing it. I hadn't even watched a trailer. So, Gameloft and Apple, though, really exceeded my expectations about this game. This game was a excellent remake and was so much fun to play. So, everybody remembers the premise of Oregon Trail. You've got your adventurers, you need to do your resource allocations, and keep everyone alive through the trail to get to your destination. This game does an amazing job of incorporating all the original aspects that we know and love from the Oregon Trail into this game. You've got your adventurers, you've got your inventory control, you've got your players to non-playable character interactions, you've got repair systems, and they've taken all of those original aspects and expanded on them considerably, which made the game that much more fun. Some of the most notable changes in this game are the addition of side quests, personal journeys, different scenarios that can play out. The repair system for the wagon is greatly enhanced and is so much fun. Instead of just replacing a wheel if it fell off, you now start to get different damages to the wagon. For example, if you're going for a long time, the wood on the wagon starts to wear out in various spots, and you have a choice. You either can repair it or leave it. And if you leave it, you run the risk of your resources falling out, which you then have to pick up and either realign the resources inside of the wagon or repair the damage. Sometimes if you can't repair the damage, you have to dump some resources and then continue on your journey until you can get to a spot where you can repair the wagon fully. I think that repair system is really cool, and it's really interactive, and it constantly changes. One of the other big notable changes of this game is the playable and non-playable character interactions. So your playable characters will interact with each other much better than in the originals, and you're given more options. If you know one of your playable characters is sick, you can use your non-sick characters, the ones who are stronger and have better health, stamina, morale, to do the things in lieu of the others. And that interaction makes the experience that much more personable and engaging, and increases your chances too of survival, with the overall goal obviously of getting to the end of the Oregon Trail with all 4 players still alive. One of the other really cool things is the non-playable character interaction. So you'll be walking and you'll come across someone stranded on the side of the road, for example. Normally in the previous game, you would just talk to them and you could give them a wheel or something and you would move on. In this game, the decisions you make have ramifications in the future. So for example, if I come across a stranded family who wagon is broken down and they ask for food, if I give them food and then they continue on their journey, in the future I may run across that group of people again and they'll return the favor to you. Consequently, if you ignore them or tell them no, or worse yet, take something from them, those negative ramifications in the future can become apparent when you run across them again, and they either don't help you or rob you. Those things, coupled with all the original aspects of this game, make this particular remake that much more engaging and so much fun. So what are the pros and cons of this game that I thought overall from my experience? So let's start with the pros. I thought the graphics were amazing in this game. The resources and inventory control was really smooth, fluid, easy to understand. The repair system for the wagon was really cool and interactive and engaging like it would be in a real world scenario. The players and non-playable character interactions were a nice addition to the storyline and help make the game that much more realistic. The weather was a nice feature. You'll come across rain, snow if you take long enough, and all of that drives home the realism of the game. The hunting system was pretty nice in this game, pretty straightforward. The addition of practice hunting, whether it's via a non-playable character who will help and teach you or your dreams while you rest, is a nice addition. The experience system is pretty neat. You gain experience in this game by a couple of things. The players' interactions is one. If you go and barter with someone, you gain experience in bartering. If you repair someone's wagon, you gain experience in repairing wagons, which in turn makes your overall playable experience that much better and helps increases your chances of a positive outcome. I think that's a great addition to this game, is the experience system. Some of the cons that I noted in this game as I was playing through, it is repetitive. You do the same thing over and over again, but that's like any of the Oregon Trail games. The tediousness of the repairs can be a little tiring. You have to constantly repair your wagon and keep it maintained, and if you forget to do something, obviously you'll have negative ramifications to that. There's not a lot of cons to this game, to be honest. This game was just really fun. Some other items of note is the towards the end, you start to run out of chances to acquire things that you could easily get before, which is not exactly realistic, because why wouldn't there be some of those things as there were before? It is a playable game on mobile only, so that is a con. It only works on Apple devices, and Apple TV, iPhone, iPad. So that's a limiting factor. This game does not exist on other platforms as playable yet, but that may change in the future. It is an Apple exclusive, so there is that. Overall, honestly, those are the only cons I could come up with for this game. It was just that much fun. So my final thoughts. I highly recommend, if you enjoy the Oregon Trail, to play this game. It is so much fun, and it is really enjoyable. It has all the callbacks to the original game and new experiences that really drive home the storyline and make it that much more engaging. I've spent at least 6 or 7 hours playing the game, and I could probably play it for another 10, 20, 30 hours and still not even do anything. It's that engaging of a game. If you don't have an Apple Arcade subscription, you can't play the game, unfortunately. If you really wanted to check it out, I recommend signing up for the month free trial. You can always cancel it right after you initiate the subscription, free service. So, okay, that's it for this video. I hope everyone learned something about the 2021 remake of the Oregon Trail, which is available on the Apple Arcade subscription service. So if everyone could please click that like button and subscribe to the channel, I will see everyone soon. Thank you.